Hey, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. It's my computer's being weird, but I was just gonna do a kind of an update. Um, so when Superman Earth One came out, it was the same day I usually get my like weekly comic books, and I wasn't gonna get my weekly comic books because I was gonna save up to get Earth One instead. So I've kind of been behind because I've been screwed twice. By my comic book store. I've kind of posted some updates, just on YouTube by writing them, but I feel like no one can hear that as well. So I was just gonna say, Earth One is coming. What happened was, I didn't expect it to be this big. To be honest, like I just thought, no, since when did people like Superman this much, And so I just expected to just be able to get it on the day without pre-ordering it. Well, that was my fault. And my punishment was I had to wait another week because my comic book store said we only ordered 10 of them. So we will call you when we get the new shipment in. Well, I waited a week, anticipated it all week, was waiting all week. On Wednesday, I was just ecstatic because I was finally going to be able to read this. And we called them, and because they hadn't called us back. And I just called them to, make sure everything is still going. I was like, do you know when they're coming in? And they said, actually, they won't let us get any more. So we are going to not have them. And we're going to have a second printings. Well, it was my fault in the first place for not pre-ordering it in the first place. But they only bought 10 of them, which is stupid. And the other thing is they didn't call me. I wouldn't be as mad if they called me and said, sorry, we don't have them in. We're going to have second printings in about a week. But something happened and we can't get them. They didn't even call me. And the thing I hate about comic book stores, I guess it's kind of a rant. The thing I hate about comic book stores and times is they want the books just as bad as you do. I mean, they're comic book fans as much as we are. Most comic book stores, unless they're just some guy is like, oh, I got into comic books because I knew it was a big business and I just started doing it. I'm not a big fan of comic books, but I sell them because I get a lot of money out of them. There's not a lot of people like that. Most comic book stores are comic geeks are in them and they run them. And for one, they ordered 10, which is fine, but I can bet you I'm probably 90% correct when I say this. They took at least 3 or 4 for themselves. And I know that for a fact because I've been in my comic book store and I've been going there for years. That happened to my dad, actually, when he was collecting. He collected when Superman, Death of Superman came out. He pre-ordered a copy and he saved it. And they said, okay, we'll keep one for you. And when it comes out, come get it. He went to go get it and the guy said, sorry, we're out. Well, the owner saw that the guy talking to my dad, actually took the comic and kept it for himself. And he said, no, you can't do that. He said, you got to give it to the person who ordered it. So my dad got it, and we have about 3 of them now. But that is what happened kind of with me. They got them for themselves. And, if they pre-ordered them, like, for themselves, that's fine. But they didn't. They just, since they are at the comic book store, when they come in, they just take one. That's not fair. And I know I'm right because I've seen it happen before. So that it's a little frustrating. So what I did was I got home and I got on Amazon, and even though they're sold out on Amazon, kind of their eBay type deal where, they have other people selling them, I got one at a fairly decent price, I think, and I got the super shipping for it because I was going to spend like $20 anyways, and it was like 16 for the book and then another 4 for, the super shipping. So I just thought, what the heck, it'd be the same price. So I'll be getting that within probably at least 4 or 5 days. They said it will take about. It was the only one. Most of them said get it in time for holidays. We'll get it to you by December 5th and 6th. It's like bull crap. So this one I got, and I should be getting it within about a week, no later than another week from today, because I did that Wednesday. So I'll be getting it and I'll be reviewing it as soon as I can. I still got to read it and whatnot, and I'll probably read it more than once. But yeah, that's the deal. And then I didn't buy comic books the Wednesday that it came out originally because I was gonna spend all my money on that. So I'm kind of behind for stupid reasons and for reasons that were kind of my fault and just a bunch of stuff. So I'll have more videos up later because I'll have the comic books that I get if I get them as soon as I can get those, and then I'm gonna have Superman Earth 1. So yeah, just hang with me. I'll get everything and get stuff started. If you have any questions, just send me a message.